So I have decided to make a video for this very serious topic, cutting and self-harm. Really what I just want to make this for is for kids who feel like they're alone and really have nobody else there for them and really think it's the only answer. Well, I'm here to prove it's not. Really, I've been down that road many, many times, and the only thing I've ever learned from it is it doesn't help. It makes things much, much worse for me. And, I really don't want to see anybody go down the road that I have, and as far as I did, and I just want to prove to people that I really care, and I'm just gonna give reasons on why you really shouldn't. It's because when you self-harm, if you're self-harming because of another problem, and that problem keeps occurring over and over, if you don't stop or find a way to help, and you just keep cutting and cutting over and over, what's going to happen when that's not going to be enough for you to feel better? And when I did, it didn't make me feel better. It did for maybe 5 minutes, but then I realized it's really not helping me. So when you self-harm, why do you do it? You're risking yourself of being taken away and put into hospitalization, which I'd gone through many times, and what really happens is it doesn't help. You're just placed somewhere you don't want to be, away from the comfort of your home, your family, and your friends, and nobody's there to help you. They don't help you there. They don't do anything. They just give you medication, tell you you have to take it, and if you don't obey what they say, or you don't obey what they want you to do, then they put you in a really, empty room, and there's nothing in that room, and they call it the quiet room where I went, and there's no windows, it's just white walls, a white floor, and a door, and the door doesn't have a window. And you just have to sit in there and suffer and feel more in pain than you really ever did, and hospitalization, I believe, is wrong. Yes, it's right for people who hurt others and maybe rape people or do things like that, but it's not a place for kids who feel alone and hurt themselves because of something else. What I want to try and make a point to is that if you're self-harming, stop. Just stop it. When it's not enough for you, that can lead to much worse, and it led to worse for me, going from cutting to burning to beating myself up to drug abuse, and not talking about marijuana. That's a different topic, but I'm talking about things like oxycodone and much worse drugs, because you figure that's your only escape. That's what I figured, and it wasn't an escape. It just, the drugs had taken me over and started controlling me. And what I'm making a point to is that I don't want to see somebody go down that road. I went down that road because I lost a lot, and I could see it, but I didn't do anything to try and fix it. I lost one of my best friends to a suicide, and I had lost pretty much my family's trust because I had been screwing up because I was so upset, and I just bottled all my emotions inside and didn't get any help or didn't try to help. I just let it happen. What I want to tell all of you is that you're not alone. So many people in the world are self-harming even right now because they feel alone, and I don't want that to be around anymore, so my message is just to help. I seem like to people I'd be a really carefree guy, and I seem like I don't really have problems because I seem like I wouldn't care, but I'm just like everybody else. I have feelings, everybody has feelings, and I don't want to see this happen to other people, to go through the emotional state that I was when I lost my friend to suicide, and I don't want people to feel how he did when he had committed it. I don't want them to feel that kind of pain and misery and just loneliness, and to help stop, all I'm saying is, if you can't stop and you just physically can't, and you don't want to be hospitalized, what I encourage is try maybe taking a pen and instead of cutting, just outline exactly where you would have wanted to or how you would have wanted to, and just keep doing that until you realize how many times that you've been hurt, and look to see what that is that's really hurting you if you don't know, and just try to get help as best as you can, because it's not going to get better if you don't try. Many people give up because they stop trying, and that's not the right answer, just to stop trying. You have to keep trying and keep pushing and moving, because if you're moving forwards and just looking back and not sure if you're walking towards something or walking away, you need to talk to somebody. I'm not talking about a therapist, I'm not talking about an adult, I'm talking about maybe even just your friends, to prove that you really mean something to them. Many people don't feel like they have friends, but what I'm saying is just look around you and talk to more people if you feel alone, because if you never get help for it, you're going to fall down this road and just die a sad person. And if you can stop and you find a way to help what's going on, then in maybe 10 years, 10, 20 years, you'll look back on all the hard times you had and just be proud that you even made it out alive. It's not even 10 years for me. It's only been maybe 2 months since I had gotten through and just really started seeing myself through for everything wrong that I had done and tried to help fix it, and my life is getting better. And so I've been trying to help many people, and it means a lot just for them to tell me that, thank you, you helped me through this, those kind of things. I just want everybody that views this video to realize that if when you self-harm, you're really just talking to your inner self and trying to comfort yourself. But if you don't want to hurt anybody else, think of your inner self as somebody else, and if you're hurting yourself, you're also hurting that inner person, and all you really want to do is comfort them and just make them feel like they're not alone. Just comfort yourself, and if you hurt them, then not just yourself you're hurting that inner self, and it just brings more emotional stress to you, and it's just terrible. So if you're self-harming and you want to stop, try that pen thing I was talking about. Try talking to your friends. Don't go tell adults. I mean, you can talk to an adult if you trust them, but if you say you want to harm yourself, talk to somebody that you can actually trust won't try to hospitalize you, and just try to pull through, because as much as it seems like things aren't going to get better for you, things always do. You can maybe spend 10, 20 years in sadness, but you'll soon grow tired of being upset by that, and either you're going to choose two ways, the suicide way or the get better way, and the get better way is what I want people to choose, because suicide isn't the answer. You're not just hurting yourself. You're not making anything better. You're ending your life forever over something that wouldn't be forever, and it can't just hurt you. People do care if you die. People will care, and people will cry over you no matter who you are. Look at, even as just an example, look at how Hitler was. Yeah, he killed many people, but he was still cared about by a lot of people, and the people who had supported him and his belief, as mean as that was, he still had people who cared. But even he ended up killing himself because of how many emotional things he had going through his head and how many mental disorders he had. But anybody can get through anything, anybody, and it's up to you to try and change it. Nobody can change your life for you. to get better, you have to actually try. If you don't try, you'll never know. And if you never know, you'll lose hope. So I hope anybody who watches this video takes my words and holds them close and just realizing that you're not alone. And that people care. I might not know you, but I'll still care. If I don't talk to you or something, or if I don't respond to you anymore, it's because I'm just scared of getting close to you and hurting you like I've done to so many more people. So, don't give up. That's all I'm saying. Stay strong. Promise things will get better.